you have to have insurance until you're 26 for your taxes. So your taxes should have asked you, do you have current insurance? I love this. What is
I don't think it's historic. I think they just put it there.
But I'm just saying, here's where all the things would become. I know, but why would you do that? Why?
Everything I do is basically connected.
I want you to think of life as this. It's relationships that make form. And some relationships go south because somebody gets betrayed or something happens at the school. Relationships is not sex. Sex is a whole nother level of a relationship. So your dad and I didn't even kiss for 6 months because I wouldn't kiss him. I wouldn't have anything to do with him until I knew for sure, because I was protecting myself and my assets, I thought. Okay, so in my diary, I said I would give the money off to the church if you and your brother came up against me, because I felt like Dad was trying to turn you all against me because of the things, the ugliness of him to me. And you all know the truth. I told Alexander that this last time. When I left here, I went to Alexander's and broke down and cried because of, why didn't he tell me? Because he didn't ask me. He told me not to. Who cares? It's your well-being. They've had this much time to manipulate and do their magic. And then what? Present this to me on Mother's Day? And for some reason, I can't believe that it's all you that did that. Okay, so you committed suicide on my birthday. When Kayla, I know you don't even know, when Kayla rescued you, when you tried to hang yourself.
No one rescued me.
Okay, whatever. You told me Kayla did. You told me that Kayla kept calling and wouldn't stop calling your phone. And that told me that they knew you were there.
No.
And I was asking you, why are you going into the woods instead of being at school when that's where you're supposed to be? You're 17 years old. You're still under my care. Well, I wasn't comfortable there. It was overwhelming, you told me. I have it all written down. And they're going to try to use those words against us. They're going to remind you of what you said, how you acted. I don't know that you lashing out at me is in those diaries, but it could be. How you, fuck you got in my face only one time and really got in my face. And I never really said anything to you except you better stop or whatever I said. I don't even remember, but if I wrote that down, it was out of my venting. I'm trying to explain to you what I've done. So they have this from my mom, where I've hated my mom. Everyone hates their parents. We all go through that. We all get hurt. When we're young, we don't know what to do with that hurt. Do you go and hit a tree? Some people do. Do you go bang your head into drywall? Some people do. Some people go and drink and drugs and get drunk every day of the week, which I was never that. So they've turned over, like Ann said, they have literally done everything they can to bring people up against you, and nobody will do it because I'm a sweetheart. No one. Well, she said this, and let Alexander hear some of the shit in my diary, because he said to me the other day, I'm going to go jump out of an airplane. I did that. How does he know about jumping out of an airplane? Oh, because I did that, and it's in there, and they told him.
What?
I jumped out of a friggin' airplane.
You went skydiving?
I did.
And him wanting to go skydiving is somehow because they told him it was in your journal?
I told him, I wish you wouldn't, and he said, why? And I said, and in my diary, I'm sure I said, the parachute, when it lifts out, remember, it jerks you. And when it did, it bruised me from here. All my tits were black. Everything was black and blue under me, where he had gotten me in a tandem. And I said, well, I hope you don't, because it'll bruise you up pretty bad. That's all I said to him. I didn't say anything. I mean, I was just shocked that he would say it. And then that girl at Lowe's said that, oh, that's right, you're married to the Lord. How dare you do that to me? It's no different than them twisting your words. Because remember, they're really good at what they do. And when you say, well, I want to help people, and you would never be vindictive, and you would never treat somebody that way. You would let them state their case, state the truth about how they feel. But remember, Christopher, feelings are like the wind. They change. Today I'm happy and tomorrow I'm sad. Today I feel like killing myself and today I'm okay. That's why suicide is so sad. And it's selfish. Because the person that commits suicide is only leaving the people behind asking why. What could I have done? And it's selfish. Now this boy down here was in an apartment by himself and he just did it. He was an upcoming junior here, just like you. You were an upcoming junior and then started having problems. And the sad part about it is the college took it down. And the one woman, there was another woman that got on there and said, I would like to respond to that mother who removed that post. And the college doesn't want it under his mental illness and his mental state of being wasn't because of UT. Don't formulate that. Do not put those two together. You see what I'm saying? The college wants to remove themselves from it because, oh my God.
I believe that 100%.
I'm trying to show you how the law
College
works.
is corrupt and nasty. The college literally has had like people arrested for corruption and like fraud and shit. But they're still doing it as well.
Do you mean the professors?
No, like
the kids.
No. Like the college administration, like construction.
Yeah.
Like they're intentionally like way overspending for money laundering on construction and constantly doing construction, including like knocking down new buildings and building a new building there.
Yeah, they're in a lot of shit. A lot of people this semester, a lot of freshmen aren't coming here. They've opted out and they're going to stay close to home, which is what you should have done. But because of the situation that we were in, you could not have done that. And I need you to understand why I brought you here. And I told you this is for your protection. And of course it was awful. You're just putting me in a room by myself. Your comments were, you're just gonna drop me off and leave me here? And I couldn't do anything else. It was the only thing I could do to protect you. Because I wasn't sure what the hell was going on or anyone's involvement. I know your dad's involved some way, somehow. I don't know. I need to know. I don't give a fuck about him anymore. And thanks to you, I see that. Only person I care about is the person I'm looking at.
Why not yourself first?
I do. Do you see I'm a totally different person than I was when I dropped you off here?
No.
Christopher,
I don't.
whenever I dropped you off here, I was so distraught and crying constantly. And yes, I wanted to commit suicide. It was awful. We all go through that, son. It's all what we do with that when we get there. You don't ever want to do that. Because why? God put you here for a reason. You don't know what that reason is yet. Nor do I. Other than to be your mom, which I was the best mom ever. There's been so many people that said, I wish you were my mom. Because I'm not going to forget you. I'm not going to just leave you down here. I'm not going to come to your rescue. If I had known, I don't know, because I'm so upset. Because it's like, oh my God, no. But at least you're not dead. But I need you to be careful what you say, because it can be held against you. Anything you say or do can be held against you in a court of law. Just remember those words, because that's what's been repeated to me. And I just like, what? Anything I say or do, well, in my diaries that nobody was ever supposed to get, I said some pretty bad things. I mean, I've been pissed. I was mad at your dad, and I would take him to the cleaners. And then, Alexander, don't put mom's name on that. Don't put mom's name on that. You know why?
What?
As far as your monies and stuff, that's why I'm like, no, you all get your name off get me off of your car. They thought I was going to steal your monies, the two of you. I opened those checking accounts and opened up your credit, because you're building credit.
Yeah.
So I opened those up for you to have, and then wanted just to make sure that everything, you're not going to get into trouble with it. You don't want financial. We have too much for you to go financially crazy. Your dad loves to spend money. When I met your dad, he was always broke because he likes to spend too much money. And then he goes and he buys the same thing 50 times. I'm just now getting where the shed is cleaned out of all the oils and all the stuff, because every time he would go, he thought he was out, so he'd buy another one. And you know what? It's okay. We all do that. I'm okay with that. His quirkiness and his odd stuff is nothing compared to what's happening to me and how evil these other people are. And then we love you. We want you to come to work for us. Well, that's happened. And there's been 2 people that have wanted out of this organization and seemingly cannot get away from it. So who's fucked up? This is your life. Right now, it cannot be. And you have too much. We have too much assets for you to be changing your name and stuff. You can't do that. I guess you can, but it won't be to your advantage. It's got to be with your birth certificate. It's got to be with things. You can do anything you want. You just didn't know it. I've never felt freer than I do today. Coming here, talking to you.
What do you mean?
I think we should do a farm and just kind of hang out and just take a chill pill of
I
life.
don't want to live around you, Mom.
Why?
I'm an adult.
Right, and okay.
Yeah. Oh,
Don't you
look.
think that you would like to take a chill of life right now? I know. It's awesome. And that's what you should be doing. Why would you want to be a man pretending to be women? To hide? To keep men from coming on to you?
No, I get harassed more as a woman. What are you on about?
Then why would you want to do that? For the attention?
No.
You better start thinking of some answers and asking yourself some heavy questions, because this might be presented to you in a court of law, and it better be sounding great. And you don't go to somebody else for your answers.
I know.
I'm asking you, okay, you're telling me I'm a man. I'm stepping up to the plate to be a responsible adult, and you are. And I'm very proud of what you've done, how you've overcome the obstacles that you have been dealt, and the fact that you're not trying to hurt yourself, but you're hurting yourself.
No.
Yeah, you are. When I sit there and watch you can't eat and you're holding yourself because your rib cage hurts and
I'm bruised from the bra.
It's not from the bra.
It is.
It was, you were doing it after that, and then you started cramping, and oh my God, I got these
I
cramps.
have growing pains.
I'm asking you to stop. It's detrimental right now to you. And I don't want you to land someplace you don't want to be. Because let me tell you, when God says that today is a gift, it truly is a gift. And if you don't think so, go to your house and lock yourself in that bathroom and see what jail feels like. Because that's exactly what it is. Your dad has played with fire, and I don't know how bad he'll get burned. I know right now he's hiding. He goes and he turns off his phone and he won't even respond to me. And he says, well, the phone is dead. You won't buy me a phone. He has over $7,000 in the bank. He can go buy him a phone. I don't have to go do that for him. Well, see, that's where they're at right now, is that all of you were so reliant upon me, and I was holding all the weight of the world of responsibilities and controlling. Okay, that was another thing, is me being so controlling. No, not so much. Yes, I did make you do certain things. Piano practice, homework. I helped you with homework. I always had your meals ready. That's controlling. I wasn't letting you feed yourselves. Really? That was me being your mom, a caring individual, making sure that you eat. For you to sit here and go, Mom, I don't want to live with you. I may need you. You may need me. When you're ready to come home, I would always be there. If I want to come down here and stay in your apartment, I hope me and Boo can come. I was going to bring him today, but I said no. He wanted to come so bad. And Willow, because they don't like me leaving them. And then when I go to work, because see, I've been working 12-hour days, doing man's labor, and they've all these police officers are laughing about it. You know, yeah, she's out there. The comment was, you're not built to do men's work. Really? Well, if it needs to get done, guess who's going to step up and do it? Who's always stepped up and done it? Me. And I had 2 helpers. Well, when Alexander came home, they told Alexander and her, do not help her do shit. And he didn't. And I told him about it when he left, got ready to leave, which I didn't want them to. But don't come in way of me trying to get my stuff done when I'm right now on a plan, and I've got things I've been sitting for a long time, and I've been up now since we moved Dad out of Byram. I've not stopped. When I say that, I have not stopped. And for me just to sit there and wait for you to decide when you're going to show up is awful. And I needed to go to the bank, and I wouldn't even go to the bank. So because my bank is only in town. So I went into the bank, which I told Alexander, I always want you both to have $5,000 as a zero balance. In other words, you're going to have $5,000 in your checking account, and that is considered zero. You can spend anything above 5. Why do I say that, Christopher? That and start a IRA. Take $3,000 of that $18,000 and go open you an IRA. You're my beneficiary on my IRA. I don't care who it needs to be somebody. And you need to release medical in case you were in an accident, in case something were to happen to you, that I could come into the hospital and say, oh no, we're not doing that. You're going to keep him alive. Or, oh no,